All right. So here is what I believe my informed opinion is. The global north has dangerous, demented, tyrannically spoiled children. And these children have seeded their wanted, rapacious wants and needs all over the world. At the same time, on the domestic front, they have warped and twisted the morality, the ethics, the values of the public, and the public has committed the crime of not tempering these dangerously demented children. They have bought into the seeded thinking, which has trickled down into the public, into the people. This has divided the community in solidarity. This has made a farce, a complete and utter farce of the values that is stated that their community, their population, their country is supposedly based on. This has led to the idea of exception, the exceptional state, the invaluable country, the standard of morality and ethics and values, which are not based on any truth. And if you learn the real history, a history which you do not learn, which we did not learn in our so-called education system, the truth and realities which are suppressed, and yet when we are told repeatedly this false reality, and generation after generation we pass it on, and it is repeated generation after generation, reinforcing this falsehood, this untruth, this unreality, so that we become apathetic and complacent, and we do not see the dangers, the immediate dangers of allowing these rampant and rapacious tyrannical children to continue without being punished for their deranged behavior, to the point that we can't even see the derangement, to the point that we can come to a point where we have one side who believes in one part of the tyrannically spoiled children, and then we have a group that follows the other tyrannically spoiled children. Then we have the ones who believe that know better, but still wish to participate and continue in the system that these two sides of the one coin of tyrannical children who control it all. That's basically what it comes down to. That is the global north. And the people of the global north have committed the crime of not standing up for the values they state, not being forceful with the children, of believing that we are adults when we can't even parse out the fact that we enable these tyrannically spoiled, deranged children, where we mouth and we complain and we do these superficial things of protesting. Meanwhile, while we protest, such as what's happening in Israel, what's happening in Ukraine, what's happening in Syria, what's happening in Yemen, what's happening all over the global south, and we still do not use the force. We do not come together in solidarity as a true community who have universal values, universal basic values. Yet, even there, we are divided. Even there, we ignore the truth, the realities. I mean, it doesn't matter if you call yourself left, center, right, if you call yourself a Democrat or a Republican, or you call yourself unaffiliated. We all have basic universal truths. If you're on the right and you still know that if somebody comes after you without cause, that is unfair. That is unfair. And that's the same with a person in the center or a person on the left, or if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat or unaffiliated. That is insanity. That is insanity. And all of them make exceptions within their circles. And that is what these spoiled children think that they can get away with committing crimes, which all of us, no matter what spectrum you lay on, when it comes to us individually and personally, we find unacceptable, and rightfully so. But when the other side or the other group, see, that's something I find unacceptable. You cannot make an exception. You cannot make an exception. That is being unfaithful, untrue to yourselves, and therefore the wider community. And it's the community that makes the country. And it doesn't matter what you look like. If you look like me, if you have black or white or brown, and the whole thing about yellow, I'm like, do I look yellow? I don't see yellow here. If you're indigenous to the Americas, especially North America, where's the red? I don't see the red. So, that's all insanity. When I go out and I see people, I don't think, he's white or he's brown or I take it by. I don't care if they look like me, or if they have the eyes like me. Okay, I don't care if they're talking and espousing ideals that talks about repressing and suppressing others. No, it's like and they take action. The actions that follow their words. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pound them. I'm going to be forcefully reproachful of them. This is the problem with the global North, and it doesn't matter what you look like. I've talked to people that are black, brown, you name it, that spout the most atrocious shit. But the same with white people, same with everybody. We are people, not different races. We are people no matter where we are, because we all need the basic stuff, the basic things. And it is outrageous, it is ignorant, and that's the point. Ignorance is what is seeded. Ignorance. It is thinking that this idea of blood, separates us. Bullshit. In our veins, in our body, our blood is blue. Everybody. It doesn't matter where you live. When we cut ourselves, it oxidizes and turns red. And what DNA and genetics says, it's incredibly small. That most tiniest difference. But that's diversity. That's diversity on a biological level. But that doesn't change what we need. The food the food that's the most nutritious and healthy, that will keep us healthy, that will stabilizes our intellectual and emotional health, is the same for every living person in the world. Animals eat the same things that we do. They, people from ancient times up to today, people observe the natural world. That means the animal world, the plant, sea. They make observations. One of the things that ancient humans learned was that, when they were watching animals, they saw animals going to find salt licks. And salt is necessary. Of course, too much salt is bad, but they found out from observations, they found out a lot of stuff. What animals would eat to take care of certain things that were common in humans. A lot of the stuff that we have is because of our observations, and through those observations we learn. We find out what makes what. Something that people are finding out is that animals use tools. You know, we may be more crafty and imaginative in using tools, but we learned from observing the natural world. So we have to get away from this idea of ethno groupings, not race, ethno groupings. We have to get away from that idea. Just because somebody talks Chinese or Russian or Spanish or French or I don't African native African languages or native Southeast Asia, or that's just a minor detail. It's just a minor detail. All of the words used and conjugations all come from a need to express ideas and so that we can communicate. You know, one of the things that I've been thinking about is that we need a common language. It doesn't mean that we give up our ethnic language, but we need a common language that we can all. And I don't mean just for the ones that that are on politics or those that do business or trade. I'm talking about for everybody, so that we can all come to a point where we, through if there's media, we can understand and articulate and talk with each other. You know, and I propose using the language from that was created from the movie where they have the big blue people. You know, that's as I understand is a fully fleshed out language. So I say we use that, but that's beside the point. In the global north, this has, excuse me, hey, leave it, stay in the yard. So that's what I, in my informed opinion, that's what I believe is taking place in the global north. There is not clarity, there is not an understanding that that being represented by these tyrannically spoiled children who only get worse, represents not only a danger to the wider world, but also directly at home. And the only ones who can temper and punish and take away the toys is us. We are the country. Washington isn't the country. Your state houses aren't the country. We, all of us, are the country. Yeah, our country isn't just land and resources. Bentley, leave it. It's us. All of us, collectively. We are the community. So that's what we need. So I think on the next part, I'm going to talk about what the global south is doing wrong.